Big dog. Big dog. I got nervous when that dog walked by me. It's a lot of people out this evening walking. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, y'all. Good evening, everybody. Taking a little stroll through the neighborhood this evening. Talk about, I know y'all can watch it on the replay, but don't talk about if your loved one is getting ready to get out, or even well before they get out. What's one of the best ways that you can help be of support for them? Really doesn't matter how much time they've done. They coming home from prison, or if they've been in a jail for any amount of time. Walking and jamming, but walking and talking with my mind stayed on Jesus. It's old school song. Okay, y'all. But what's one of the best ways you can help somebody? I'm just taking a stroll through the neighborhood right now. Good evening, everybody. See a few people enjoying. But what's one of the best ways that you can help your loved one who is getting ready to get out of prison or jail? I know, like most people, I feel like most people immediate thing is, okay, so-and-so or somebody I know is getting out of prison or getting out of jail. How I'm going to help them with a job? A job is everybody's first go-to for most times, most people. I won't say everybody, but a lot of the times, a job, a car, place to live, right? It's not too often that mental health is included in that, that welcoming home type of thing, Too often, mental health is not included. And it's a big, big thing. It's huge. It impacts nobody that will go through the Texas prison system will be unscathed, okay? Nobody is, you will be exposed to trauma while you're in there. And the longer you're in there, the longer you're exposed to it. I did a total of 6 years in prison. I know. You're seeing people get sliced, murdered, dying, getting burnt up because there's no AC. You see all kind of stuff, and you're constantly surrounded in a violent environment. Mind you, most people in prison are not there for violence. Most of them are non-violent people. So I think that mental health is something that is so overlooked when people are coming out. One of the best thing, I really think it's the best thing, but that's subjective. That's my opinion. I think the most important thing, the way that you can help your loved one, support your loved one when they get out, is have real conversation with them about where their mental health is, their mental well-being, and encourage them to do therapy immediately. Like, I get out this week, next week, I'm finding therapy. I'm getting connected. And the longer they've been in, the longer somebody's been in prison, the more urgent the need is. Sorry about that. I know I lost some of y'all, but I had to take that phone call. Very important. I had a very busy day today, a very productive day. I spent most of my day at Harris County Psychiatric Center getting a mental health warrant for someone, and that was a success, but I was there for about 5 hours, so And that took up most of my day. So, anywho, back to this topic tonight. One of the best ways that you can help your loved one, they're been in and out of jail or been in prison for any amount of time. Start having a conversation with them while they're in there, whether it's through letter or whatnot. And just, how do they feel about their mental health? Tap in, ask questions. How do you feel about your mental health? And if they say, I feel good, dig deeper. Dig deeper. If something was wrong, how would you know? Help them to talk about their mental well-being. How do they, have those conversations? Help them to get it out, so that how do you know when you are mentally not well, not in a good place? Ask them that. Start having some real conversations with them about their mental health. It's very important. It's very important. I never had conversations like that growing up. And the word mental health, I never heard of that, not in my household, no, or in my community, school, no. Mental health was to the extent of calling people crazy or throwed off. That was it. When you know better, you do better. What I know, I want to share it with people around me, because what good is it to just know things and keep them to myself? No, I don't want to do that. Things I know that I've learned, I'd rather share it and give it away, But most definitely, the best way that you can help somebody, and when they get out, when they get ready to get out, if they're not open to therapy, if y'all are in a relationship, whether you're dating, married, whatever you want to call it, you almost need to make it a requirement. It needs to almost be a make or break thing. Like, it's that crucial. It's that crucial. If you are getting out and we're going to cohabit, we're going to live together, therapy is a must. For at least the first 3 to 6 months, therapy is a must. It should almost be a requirement. I'm not here to discourage anybody from doing what they know, God is using them to do. And if that's being a relationship with someone who happens to be incarcerated, so be it. You'll never hear me. I won't be that voice. But what I will say is, let it be your assignment. Let it be your assignment. Try to figure out what your purpose is in life. What are you here to do? What are you here to do? What impact do you want to leave on the world before you leave? That's something worth thinking about. A lot of times people that have been incarcerated, they get exposed. A lot of men get violated. It doesn't happen so often in women's prisons, but a lot of men to this day still get violated. You have straight men that are in there getting violated and come out here and try to hold those secrets in, and it eats them alive so much to where they're so mean and spiteful to those around them because of the trauma they've endured, and because they don't have no other outlet. So whoever's closest to them, that's who's gonna get it. That's who they're gonna bleed on. If you're experiencing it, maybe your loved one is home. It doesn't have to be a intimate relationship. It could be a sister, brother, females too, But if you have someone that you're living with, and they were recently incarcerated, or they're adjusting to being home, suggest therapy. I don't know other places, but I know for sure if you're in one of the major 4 cities in Texas, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, there are definitely resources for free therapy, for sure. No doubt. The help is there. Free therapy. Doesn't matter and if you have a job with insurance, most of them have where you could at least get 3 free sessions. The first 3 sessions for free. That's a tongue twister. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. The kids at the park over there. The Harris Center for IDD. If you're in Houston, Texas, and you were incarcerated and you need some help, you need some therapy, mental health, you need to see a psychiatrist, or if you just want to talk to a therapist, it doesn't mean you're crazy. It doesn't mean that you need to get on meds. It does mean though that you've been through some life experiences, and therapy is one of the best ways to get them out. And once you talk things out, that's your freedom. That's your freedom. I can freely get on here and talk about this divorce that ain't final yet and whatever. Why? Because I've learned the key to freedom and to walking in freedom. A lot of this stuff is we can break it off of us with our voices alone. But because it seems weird to talk to yourself out loud like that, people sitting on the answer to freedom right there on the inside of them. When all you really have to do is start opening your voice and opening your mouth and telling depression and anxiety and all of that stuff to flee and to get behind you. You can start setting the tone for your day every day. You sure can. Yeah. That's where your mustard seed of faith comes in. Trust God. Trust God. Trust Him that whatever happened today or the day before or any of that, no matter how bad it was, trust God that if you woke up, if you're awake right now, trust God that He has already equipped you and given you everything you need to overcome it. He's already equipped you and given you everything you need to overcome it. And if you're equipped to overcome it, why let it hold you down? If you are equipped to overcome it, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. You could have just lost your job. Could be facing eviction. Could be a divorce. Could be a death. It doesn't matter what it is. If He's equipped you to overcome it, don't let it hold you down. You got to speak what you need in your life. Speak it out loud. I do it daily. It works. That's free. You don't even have to pay for that. You don't even have to pay for that. People will be bewildered as well about you going through storms and stuff and having some type of peace in the midst of it. It's possible though, and it don't have to, not fake. Not fake. No, real peace. Real peace. The kind that really surpasses all understanding. The kind that no one understands for real. Peace. It's a beautiful day. I did a lot today. Today was a long day. When I got off work, I went in and refilled one of my machines out in the woodlands before driving home. Give me a good little sweat in. Go take me a shower. Relax. Yeah, relax. Do some of my training. Do some of my trainings online that I need to do. I encourage you, ladies, men, this bug. If you have a loved one who's just getting out, about to get out, have the conversation now. If they already out, have the conversation today. Hey, how are you feeling mentally? Have you ever thought about therapy? Hey, what do you think about it? What you think about talking? I mean, what do y'all, people run from therapy? Why? Because it's going to make you look inside yourself? It sure will. It's going to make you look inside yourself. And it's going to help set you free from a lot of the stuff that you've endured in life. Because once you start talking it out loud, there's so much power in that. So much power when you start talking about it out loud. That's one of the biggest secrets to being free from things, emotional things that hold you down in life. Traumas that have happened to you. Yeah.
2. Total 1 mile. 23 minutes 35 seconds. Steps 2,464 steps.
This ain't telling all my business, how long I'm walking and all that. I never, I didn't realize that when I tell you I'm growing daily and my viewpoints, I'm so glad that I'm open to change. I'm teachable, and I always want to have a teachable spirit. I know a lot about stigmas and stuff, and I didn't realize that I had a stigma. That it wasn't until last summer that I had a breakdown, and I won't say I had no choice, but that's when I got on mental health medication for depression and anxiety. However, it took a near-death experience almost before I was willing to try something else. It doesn't have to take that. And I realized that I had tried everything I knew to try but medication. And what was it that I was closed off to it. I was like, I'm willing to do whatever, but I didn't want not meds. And it didn't take much to convince me, but my therapist, God, and her suggestion, it was time. It was a 911 emergency that I needed to do something else immediately. Like right then and there. And so I was already praying, fasting, therapy, exercise. And I was already doing all of the things that I knew to do to cope, doing what I could. But I had a breakdown last summer, and that's when I got on meds. And I can say it's been a year now. As I'm getting ready to prepare to be weaned off of the antidepressant and anti-anxiety medication, I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that I became open to it, because I definitely saw a big change since being on it. A big change. And it took a while. It probably took about 3 months of being on an antidepressant and an anti-anxiety medication for me to really see a change. But I did see a change. I have seen a change. And, for all of my life, I had been able to manage just fine with doing the things I know to do. With, the prayer and fasting and talking with friends and coping, deep breathing, all of the things. Hey, Aunt Gladys. Hey, Tabitha. I did all the things I knew to do. But what happens when all of the things you know to do are not working anymore? What happens then? So many people, be on the brink of suicide, ready to check out. Shoot, what happened to me? Hell, Jeffrey Perkins came in my life, and but seriously, you got to be careful, You got to be careful, because if it's not your assignment, if it's not your assignment and you're not equipped to handle this demon that you're now coinciding with, that you're now cohabiting with, living with, you may not even know what you're up against, baby. You may not know what you're up against. Really. We got too many imposters. Men and women. But the best way you can support someone who's getting ready to get out of prison would be to help them get connected to mental health, to therapy. It's being overlooked. And, I know, like I said, the focus is always on employment. If they can just get a job, they'll stay out of trouble. If they could just, no, because guess what? The job, they ain't going to keep the job long. They ain't going to keep it long because of their mental health. Then they're going to end up job hopping. Unable to maintain a stable employment. Unable. Yeah, can't maintain stable employment. It'll happen. Yeah. And then there comes their depression. And then that's when they start hanging around the wrong people. And then they just get further sucked into it because they're not even spiritually strong enough to withstand. Hello, hi Rebecca. Hi Gladys, Jasmine, Quisha, Misha. Be patient with them and really listen to what they are saying. That's right. That's right. Be patient with them. Be patient, y'all. Sometimes you rush people too often. Sometimes you rush people for stuff and they just get it home and it's just too overwhelming. You know, sometimes we don't take the time to hear each other out. Hey, Rebecca. She said, seriously, I waited 4 years and we lasted 7 months after he came on. He said only his needs and wants mattered. He refused to do therapy. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. It's one thing if, because nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's one thing if the person is like really putting forth the effort and trying and, being responsible when it comes to their mental health, trying to go to therapy, when they're proactive in their own mental well-being and they're willing, then that person can stand a chance. But when they're closed off like that, don't want to do therapy, their life is going downhill and they're going to take you downhill with them, then it'll start to impact your mental health. Their mental health. If you're living with somebody who is mentally not well, their mental health will start to impact yours. How do I know? Because I've lived it. Hell, I'm living it. Shoot. Yeah. Now said he didn't think I would leave, but I did. And now he's back inside and wants me back. Yep. Gotta be. Yep. Of course. Of course. They never think you leave because you give so many chances and opportunities all out of love and hoping that they will change, trying to get them the benefit of the doubt. I get it. I get it. I get it. That's why I said it's important to know what your purpose is in life, with your assignment, because maybe that relationship is not a part of your assignment, and that's a different thing. But if you know for sure that, God is using you as a vessel, then just know that he's going to make sure that you're all right through the whole process. How do I know? Because he did it for me. That's right. And I'm glad you chose you. You have to keep choosing you over and over again, because a lot of people who've done a lot of time, like I said, a lot of them have a lot of narcissistic tendencies, and they can be very self-centered, very selfish. It's all about them. Master manipulators, never able to be held accountable. As soon as you try to hold them accountable to anything, they will flip it on you, make you be the bad person, and all of the mental mind games that they play. They'll do it. They'll do it. Yep. And not all guys are like that, though. Not all. It's some great guys that really want to please God and really want to have a, intention to do the right thing. Guys and women and men, who really want to do the right thing when they get out. And they do. They appreciate the people that were by their side through that process. They get out here and they take care of their business. There are some like that. Unfortunately, those are few and far between. Like, it's not enough of those, unfortunately. And men or women. I've seen a lot of women, just do the same thing, live this double life, manipulate and use. Let's mosquitoes trying to bite. I'm gonna make the block one more time before I go in. I'm never doing it again, I can tell you that. I know, it's a lot, you know. It's a lot, and but you know what? At the end of the day, you have to have a good conscience, a clear conscience, and knowing that, you know what, they just messed up a great opportunity with a really great person. As you know, that you were solid, you did, you know, you helped them until you couldn't no more. As long as you know you did right, guess what? You're far and few between. A lot of people are with the gangs, with the fake stuff, and all of that. So you got to know you reap what you sow, whether you call it karma or whatever. But what you put out into this world is what you get back. And so those people will be the very people that stay stuck in a rut, always never able to stay out of prison for any good length of time. You know, always having a problem, never happy. They're getting their portion in life. Just know that. They are getting their portion in life. That's the reason why. They never taste success. They never get to taste joy and peace and the fruits of success, or, you know, those good things and qualities in life. They don't experience that because of the way that they use people. Some people can never get ahead, and it's at their own, it's because of the type of heart they have. Like, really. So many are imposters. And that's why I say that imposters need to be exposed. They shouldn't be able to go through life with their family and close loved ones really thinking they're a great person, when really and truly they've made an entire lifelong career out of using people, manipulating, and getting over on people every opportunity they get. If y'all knew how many messages from people that have inbox or text saying that he owed them this and that, they would leave voicemails. So still right now, somebody just texted the other day threatening to file robbery charges on him, saying that they tired of waiting on their money. I don't want no parts of their life. None at all. None. Help people. Help your people better. Forget the clothes and all of that. Save up for a few therapy sessions. How about that? All them clothes and stuff, just get what they need. Let them work and save up their own money to buy their own clothes. And you let them know, hey, I set aside this amount of money for your therapy sessions. I set aside this amount. Seriously. Some people put aside, you know, I did, to save for when they come home and stuff. How about you started a mental health savings fund? How about that? They don't need it. They don't need it. Because if they get out of prison thinking that they just good and they don't need any help, they're in denial, and they're going to tear your life upside down. And their unmanaged mental health will leave you in bad shape mentally. They want him back because he was fixing their place, so at least he has a job when he gets out. Yeah. And some people, their mental health is so severe that it won't even allow them to get the help they need, even when given the resources, even when they do have insurance, even when they are connected, they still won't take advantage of it because their own mental health is so bad that it'll tell them, I'm okay. I don't need to talk about nothing. I'm all right. When that's the farthest thing from the truth. Prison impacted their life. You can't tell me it hadn't. You got people coming out here, have done 5, 10 years, 20 years, getting out here in society, no therapy at all, and wreaking havoc in their families and lives and in relationships. All because of unmanaged mental health. All because of that. We got to rise above our emotions. Rise above them. Stop allowing them to make decisions for us. If you're in a relationship with someone and they're in prison, what I will say, make sure that that's your God-given assignment. That's what I'll say. Make sure that's your God-given assignment. Because if it is, you won't do it in your own strength. And God's going to be able to carry you through it gracefully. God. I'm going to get me a massage this weekend. It's a beautiful day. It's beautiful, y'all. It's a good day today. If you're in Harris County, and if you're ever in an immediate need, if your loved one is having a psychotic episode, they're getting violent, look up CIRT, C-I-R-T, CIRT. It stands for Crisis Intervention Response Team. Call them if your loved one is at home and you don't know what's going on with them, but they are definitely not themselves and you feel like they may be a harm to themselves or somebody else, and they are hostile, combative, you want to call CIRT, Crisis Intervention Response Team. That's in Harris County, if you're in Harris County. The Harris Center for IDD. If you're in Houston, you've been to prison, go there, tell them you were in prison, let them know you don't have any insurance. I'm in Houston, Rebecca. Let them know you don't have any insurance and that you need some help. You need mental health help. You need to be able to talk to a therapist. Maybe you need to get an evaluation done. You can also get a gold card, apply for a gold card, okay? You can apply for a gold card, and through them, once you see a doctor, the doctor can refer you to a therapist through Harris Health. That's different from the Harris Center. But those are two resources in Houston for if you just got out or if you've been incarcerated and you feel led that, you know, maybe you want to go talk to a therapist, or maybe you have some things that you do want to talk about. What I'd hate for you to do is to suffer alone. Ladies, men, some of you guys probably in some tumultuous, like really toxic relationships. You don't have to go through it alone. Reach out to me. Maybe I can give you some resources that can help until you decide what's best for you, if leaving is what it is. I couldn't do it no more because my husband, well, for one, he was he was rather trying to hide his addiction than to get help. Two, he never wanted to address his mental health. And three, he was living a double life and living with another woman, had moved in with another woman during our separation, and has been found to have been cheating a lot throughout the marriage. So So I'm fine with, that's over with. So I'll be going through with the divorce now. But if you do decide that whether it's your marriage or whatever, or relationship, and you're gonna stay in it, and they bring the crowd on, y'all having therapy. Insist on that. Insist on y'all having therapy together. They don't want to and they refuse. That's dangerous. That's what I can say. Their mental health will definitely start to impact yours.
Door open.
Oh, it feels so good in here.
Workout paused. Workout resumed.
Now, their mental health will definitely start to impact yours. So, you don't have to,
Workout paused.
don't go through that alone. It doesn't have to be like that,
Workout resumed. Garage door open.
Yes, I'm here.
Workout paused.
All right. I'm finna get in here, y'all, and take me a shower. Let me pour this trash can in. Today was trash day.
Workout resumed.
Got me a nice little walk in after work. Y'all have a blessed day, blessed evening.
Workout paused.
I am about to get in here and get in the shower and
Garage door open.
oh, it feels so good in here. Gosh. Get in the shower and wash off today. Do my little online training. And that's it. Call it a night. Hey, Sharika. Hey. I was just on here talking about mental health and incarceration again and giving people some resources. Letting people know in Houston where they can go for some help. God is good. I love y'all. Now is not the time. I do have a TikTok. Rebecca. But now is not the time to, don't be forced to heal in silence. Don't let people tell you that if you're talking about what you're experiencing in life, that means you're not healing. That's not true. They're just not free enough to talk about it. So, and don't let people tell you that as you go through things in life, you have to stay down for a certain amount of time. That's not true either. That's not true. I'm here to tell you today that y'all can all walk in peace in the midst of your trials, and that you start speaking things that you want into over your life, declaring how you want your day to be. If you're in a relationship with people that's been in and out of prison, men or women, insist that they start seeing a therapist. And it's traumatizing. A human being can only take so much. That trauma will come out. And if you're living in the house with them, guess what? You're going to be the first person that comes out. You gets to experience that. And a lot of times it ain't pretty. I feel good. That's a nice little walk. All right, y'all. Hey, expose and empower. Expose and empower. All these people out here living these double lives. If you're living a double life, like Jeffrey Perkins was, you will be exposed. You deserve to be exposed. Imposter. Yes. And empower. Ain't nobody broken and hurting and all of that. No, that's over with. No, it's time to speak now. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. To the person that's on the receiving end of somebody's trauma because of all of their unaddressed issues from prison, guess what? You don't deserve that. You're worthy. You are enough. Okay? And like my father-in-law always tell me, it's somebody that's going to love you better. It's somebody that's going to love you better. Figure out a plan of how you're going to move forward in life. I used to really believe that if we weren't together, I wouldn't want to live. I used to think that if we were not together, I wouldn't want to live. I used to tell them that. We used to tell each other that we wouldn't want to live without the other one. Until I started living without them. Until I started living without them. Then I realized, boy, crap, shoot, I've been missing out. And then I started to walk in peace again, enjoy again. And once I got a taste of that all over again, it was a wrap for Mr. Jeffrey. Shoot, you can't take me I can't go from peace to pure toxic and then back to peace and think that I'm going to want to go back to toxic again. No. Once you ever taste real peace, it's hard to go back to toxic. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Somebody else got that headache. The best thing you can do for your loved one when they're getting out of prison, or if they already out, I can't say it enough.
Garage door open.
Check in with their mental health. Suggest that they talk to a therapist. Prison is traumatizing. Nobody gets out unscathed. Nobody. There is nobody. And sometimes you might have to make the difficult decision and say, it's time to let this person go because they refuse to address their mental health. And when a person, it's no different from addiction. You can't help them until they're ready to get help. Period. You can't help them until they're ready to get help. Until then, it's a lose-lose situation, and you will not win. You won't. They will hide, just like they hide their addiction, they will act as if their mental health just does not exist. And then they'll use the mental health when they start to run out of everything and they feel like they're really about to lose you. Then they'll turn it around and say, please stay, I need help with my mental health. Master manipulators. Know the difference from when somebody that is genuinely needing help and wanting help with their mental health and want to address it, and the difference from when you're just dealing with an imposter, a master manipulator, and they don't want no help. They don't. They just want to get over. Their only purpose in life is to get over on as many people as they can, and that's what people like Jeffrey Perkins and a lot of people, men and women, do. They make it, that's their life. Their life is spent getting over on people, manipulating any opportunity they get. Yeah, exactly. They went right back to meth. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad. It's so disheartening. And especially the way so many people are dying from fentanyl. The way people are, everything, nothing is safe. The way they are lacing stuff with fentanyl left and right. This is not a good time to be in the midst of an addiction right now. It's just not. Anybody within the sound of my voice, if you had the opportunity, if you're in Houston and you have an addiction and you're ready to get some help, call me. Call me through Messenger. Text message me. If you're in Houston and you have an addiction problem and you are ready to get some help, this is serious. All right, y'all. I'm a sweaty mess. I'm about to go get in the shower and get off here. Hey, y'all gonna get tired of seeing my voice, hearing my voice, and seeing my face. Cause I'm speaking out loud, and as I continue to walk in my healing journey, which I'm forever in as long as I live, I'll forever be. Remember, I said, wounds on your body heal. If you cut yourself or something, your wounds heal. When you experience trauma, you learn to walk in your healing. Live a life of healing. You walk in your healing daily, and you will be healing until the day you die. You're healing until the day you die. Nothing happens in your life, and you just get to this place of healed. I'm healed. That's over with. Never. Don't lie to yourself. Just know you're healing. You're in your healing process until you die. And as things happen and other things happen, us humans, we're resilient. We are resilient. We were designed, created to be able to experience hurt, pain, disappointment over and over and over and over. We're designed, we're resilient like that. We're resilient. If you survived it, if you can hear my voice, if you survived it, it doesn't matter what it was, the rape, the molestation, the betrayal, the cheating, the divorce, the death, it doesn't matter what it is. If you survived it, God has already equipped you to overcome it. Period. The breakup, the divorce, all of it. All of it. No matter what it is, God has already equipped you to overcome it. And my word of the day is, if you can overcome it, why let it hold you down? Might as well walk in joy and peace and make the best use of your days. Any moment could be our last. Any moment could be our last. Try to help somebody. Try to smile at somebody. Spread love, peace, and expose these imposters. Peace, y'all. I love y'all.